Hey friends, it's Laurie. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today, I'm making a farmhouse guest bath organizer and vase using Dollar Tree supplies along with a Valentine's Day heart wreath. I'm starting my bath organizer by using 3 of the wooden crates from the Dollar Tree, and they measure 3 by 6 inches each. I'm attaching the 3 boxes together, and I'm using some of my Starbond thick glue. It's my go-to glue for all my natural wood projects because it sets up super quick, and I have the company linked below along with a coupon code in case you'd like to check it out. To attach them together, I'm adding some of the glue to one side of the crate. When I'm done, I'm then attaching it to the side of my second crate. I'm then adding some Starbond glue around the top edges of my back crate, and then placing my third crate on top, making sure that the opening is on the top. I let it set up for just about a minute or 2, and now I'm going to use my white acrylic paint and give it a complete coat, top and bottom. I'm going to be adding a stripe on the 2 center panels, so I'm not going to be super fussy when I'm painting my white around those. Now that my organizer is painted completely white and it's dry, I'm going to be using some of my gray acrylic paint and adding a stripe to the center sections. These are the colors that I chose for my guest bathroom organizer, but you can always change them up to fit your home decor colors. Now that I've painted on my 4 gray stripes and they've dried, I'm going to be adding some legs onto my organizer, but this step is completely optional. For my legs, I'm using 4 1-inch wooden beads, but if you don't have any of these on hand, you can always use some of the Dollar Tree tumbling tower blocks. I'm using the same gray acrylic paint, and one of the easiest ways to paint them is to slide them all onto a wooden skewer. Once they're all painted, and to help them dry, I just place the 2 ends of the skewer between 2 glasses. Now that they're dry, I'm attaching them to the bottom of the organizer, and I'm using my E6000. I'm adding some glue to the top of each bead, and then placing 1 bead on the 4 bottom corners of my crates. Once I have all my legs added, I then let my E6000 set up. Now that everything's painted and dry, and this step is completely optional, I'm placing mine in my guest bathroom, so I'm going to give it a complete coat of Mod Podge just to help protect the finish. Once it's completely dry, I'm adding a ribbon accent to my top stripe, and I'm using this buffalo check ribbon from Michaels, but you can always use the ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I measured the ribbon against the stripe, cut it to length, and I'm using some Mod Podge to attach it in place. I simply added a generous amount onto the ribbon and centered it on my stripe. Today, my video is part of Craft Your Stash, and I'm hosting it along with my friend Mia from Make It With Mia. She has an amazing channel that I will link below, so please be sure to check out the playlist. And if you're enjoying my video, please consider clicking on the little red subscribe button below and leaving me a big thumbs up. With my ribbon accent in place, I'm going to add on the word bath, and I just printed this out on my Cricut. Or you can use stickers from the Dollar Tree or Michaels. In my organizer, I'm going to add in one of the white glass soap dispensers from the Dollar Tree. Once again, I printed out 5-cent soap on my Cricut, and I'm adding it to the front. Once I have them both attached, I'm adding on some buffalo check ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I cut a piece long enough to wrap around my soap dispenser, and then I tied it in half. To help hold the ribbons in place, I added a little hot glue under the front and the back. To give my bath organizer a bit of a Valentine's vibe, I'm using 2 packages of these heart bracelets from the Dollar Tree. I'm using the light pink one, and all I'm doing is tying it on at an angle with my ribbon. I also found the matching toothbrush holder at the Dollar Tree, and I followed the exact same instructions. This time I only added on the ribbon and the light pink heart. Now with both of them done, I'm just placing them each in the bottom of my organizer. For the top of my organizer, I'm giving my guests a bar of soap, a face cloth, and a hand towel, and these all came from the Dollar Tree. I folded my face cloth in half twice, and then I wrapped it around my bar of soap. Then to hold them both together, I used the silver heart bracelet. For my hand towel, I just rolled it up and held it together with the second silver heart bracelet. When I'm done and to finish up, I'm just going to add them both to the top of my organizer. The soap dispenser and the toothbrush holder can be removed, and your guest can use the bottom half for their personal items. I always like to add a little greenery to my guest bathroom, and I found this matching vase with this cute little heart locket. This was such an easy project. I just printed out the word bloom on my Cricut and added it to my vase. To finish up, I just added in a couple of sprigs of greenery, and this was so quick and easy to make. And now my guest bathroom is ready for company. I'm starting my Valentine's Day wreath by using this 11.8-inch styrofoam ring that I picked up at Michael's. You really just need something to attach your hearts to, so this Dollar Tree ring will work just as well. I'm using some of this pretty pink acrylic paint, and I'm giving my ring a complete coat. Once it's all painted, I'm going to set it aside to dry. I have 8 of these 5x5 wooden heart ornaments. I picked them up at Michael's on the after Christmas sale, and I think I paid 40 cents each. If you don't have any wooden hearts, you can always cut them out from cardboard, and they'll work just as well for this project. I'm painting my hearts with the same pink, and I'm also using some red acrylic paint. After I removed the hangers and the price tags, I then painted 4 of them with my pink acrylic paint. I then painted my last 4 with my red. Now that my hearts are dry, I'm using some red and pink heart stickers from the Dollar Tree to cover the hanger holes. I'm using some E6000 to attach them, and all I'm doing is adding a dot to the back of the sticker and then placing it over the hole. I added 3 to my red hearts because I'm going to be adding a bow and one of the hearts are going to be hidden, and then I added the 4 to my pink hearts. Now that I'm done, and before I glue the hearts together, I want to find their spacing on the form. As I'm placing them, I'm making sure to keep the red on the bottom and the pink on the top. As I'm placing them, I'm focusing on the center of the wreath, making sure that the points of the hearts are facing each other. Now that I'm happy with their placement, I'm using my E6000 and I'm attaching all 8 hearts together. I let them set up for a couple of hours, and then I used my E6000 and attached them to the form. I'm adding a bow to my wreath, and I'm using some of this pretty heart ribbon that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I used my bow maker and I gave myself 2 8-inch tails and 4 5-inch loops. I attached my bow together with a piece of floral wire and then fluffed it up. I dovetailed the 2 ends, which is super easy. You just fold it over and cut away at an angle. I then cut, folded over, and hot glued together about a 3-inch piece of ribbon. I then wrapped it around the center of my bow and hot glued it into place to give it more of a finished look. I cut off the excess floral wire and then hot glued it onto the heart that didn't have the little heart sticker. As my final accent on the wreath, I'm using these red and pink sparkly Dollar Tree scatter hearts. I'm just adding some hot glue to the back of them, and I'm placing the red on the pink and the pink on the red. When I'm done, and to finish up, I'm then attaching one of the small red and pink hearts to the center of the bow. And with that, my Valentine's Day heart wreath is ready to hang. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed making these Valentine's Day projects. If you're new to my channel and you're thinking, hey, I'd like to come back and hang out with her again, don't forget to click that little red subscribe button below. I'll see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.